distinguished guests, welcome to the inauguration of the exhibition Brasília, the Dream of Juscelino Kubitschek, an event taking place within the framework of the Ibero-American Week, thanks to the collaboration between the Czech Technical University in Prague and the embassies of Brazil and Spain. We are honored by the presence of the distinguished representatives from the diplomatic, academic, and cultural communities, and we thank all those who contribute to making this event possible. To begin this event program, it is my pleasure to give the floor to our host, but also the big boss of our faculty, the Dean, Professor Peter Kovalov.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to welcome you in the occasion of exhibition. You maybe don't know that Czech Technical University is the oldest technical university in Europe, founded in 1707, and the Faculty of Civil Engineering is the founding faculty of the city with Prague. I am very glad that we can host such a nice exhibition, and I wish you a pleasant afternoon. Thank you very much.
Now, I would like to welcome the Ambassador of Spain in the Czech Republic, Maria Perez Sanchez Laude.
Good afternoon, dear Dean. First of all, thank you so much for hosting us. It's been a pleasure for our teams to work with yours, and thank you so much for the hospitality and for all the collaboration. Thank you, dear Orlando, for the collaboration too, because you first came up with this idea. So thank you for bringing this project to the Spanish Embassy. And thank you, all my dear colleagues who are here with us today. From a diplomatic point of view, what I would like to underline about this exhibition is that it is about dialogue. It's about understanding. First of all, it's about the first approach. It's about dialogue between, I would say, different parts. We have architecture, we have dance, of course, classic ballet and contemporary dance. It's also a dialogue between the different artistic languages, because Juan Carlos uses photography but also video art. So it's dialogue from the very beginning. But it's also about dialogue between countries and between cultures. Because here we have together the dream of a Brazilian president, but of Czech origin. We have the beautiful city of Brazil, who is the concretion of this utopic idea from this Czech origin president. But this beautiful Brazil with its dancers is caught under the perspective of a Spanish photographer, Juan Carlos, and a Brazilian Portuguese, sorry, Portugal also, excuse me for that. So it's about understanding, it's about dialogue, and it's about cooperation. And I would like to say that, to let you know that this exhibition precisely makes part of a broader activity, which Ibero-American embassies are organizing together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is the Ibero-American Week. This week and the following week, we are all, I can see here the Ambassador of Argentina, Ambassador of Chile, Ambassador of Portugal, colleagues from Peru, colleagues from Colombia, so all our Ibero-American colleagues. We are all organizing a series of cultural events all through the week. And the aim of these events is precisely to spark the curiosity of all of you towards the American region, and as I was saying, to build bridges between cultures. And this is a very metaphor to use precisely here, the Faculty of Civil Engineering. So I hope you really enjoy this exhibition in all its layers, and we hope to see you also in all the other events we are organizing during the whole week. Thank you so much for being here.
Pues bien, sorry. Now, I would like to welcome the Ambassador of Brazil in the Czech Republic, Orlando Leite Ribeiro.
Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dobre odpoledne. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of this remarkable photographic exhibition by Juan Carlos Vega, a professional whom I had the privilege of meeting during my years as Ambassador of Brazil in Madrid. From the very beginning, I was struck not only by his technical mastery, but above all, by his extraordinary artistic sensitivity. Through his lenses, Juan Carlos Vega has managed to capture something that goes far beyond architecture or urban landscape. He has captured the soul of Brasília. Brasília is not merely a capital city. It is a dream transformed into concrete, light, and space. Conceived by President Juscelino Kubitschek, himself of Czech origin, Brasília stands as one of the greatest symbols of modern Brazil, a city born from vision, optimism, and confidence in the future. And perhaps there could be no more fitting place than Prague to celebrate this encounter of histories and identities. After all, this exhibition brings together, as my colleague just mentioned, in a beautiful and almost poetic manner, three cultural dimensions. The vision of a Spanish artist from Valencia, the modernist beauty of Brasília city, and the legacy of a Brazilian president whose family roots trace back to this very region of Europe. What makes this photograph particularly fascinating is the dialogue they establish between architecture and movement. Juan Carlos Vega does not simply photograph buildings. He reviews rhythm within structure, motion within stillness. His work creates a striking association between the iconic curves imagined by Oscar Niemeyer and the graceful movements of the dancers of the National Ballet of Brasília. The result is a visual harmony in which the curves of concrete seem to continue naturally into the curves of the human body. Architecture becomes choreography. Space becomes movement. Stone and flesh speak the same artistic language. In these images, Brasília appears not only as a city to be seen, but as a city to be felt. Alive, fluid, elegant, and deeply human. This exhibition is therefore much more than a photographic collection. It is a dialogue between cultures. It is a bridge between Europe and Latin America. It is a celebration of beauty, creativity, and shared heritage. For this reason, I truly cannot imagine a more appropriate contribution to the Ibero-American Week in Prague than this exhibition. Allow me therefore to congratulate Juan Carlos Vega for his outstanding work. I also would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Embassy of Spain, with whom we worked side by side in bringing this initiative to life, to Professor Marco Maio, curator of this exhibition, and to the faculty of civil engineer that so graciously welcome us today. I invite everyone here to explore these photographs not only with their eyes, but also with their imagination and their emotions. Dziękuję za pozorność.
Thank you. Before giving my word to our friend Juan, to our guest, I would like to say also a few words as the curator of this exhibition. Would like to start by deeply gratitude for this opportunity and invitation by the Brazilian and the Spanish embassies. Just not being the curator of the exhibition, but luckily to meet personally and work close with Juan Carlos Vega during the last weeks. I have to say, it's such an honor, such a privilege. Thank you, Juan Carlos Vega. I would like furthermore to mention that today's event is also an opportunity to strengthen the continued relation and education of our students at ČVUT regarding the important legacy of the Czech visionaries, architects, engineers, and urban planners in Brazil, and to deepen the dialogue between our academic institutions and the rich cultural heritage shared between our countries. This exhibition further invites us to reflect on the extraordinary vision of Lúcio Costa Plan, Niemeyer Buildings, and Juscelino Kubitschek, on the bold political and human decisions that made possible the construction of Brasília, a capital conceived not only as a city, but as a symbol of modernity, optimism, and the national transformation. Through the work of the artist and photographer Juan Carlos Vega, we are offered a unique perspective on Brasília. His artistic approach explores the relationship between the human body and the architectural body, revealing how space, movement, and structure interact with one to another. In collaboration with the group of bailarinos de Brasília, architecture becomes a living stage activated by movement and presence. The exhibition also reminds us of the timeless expression of movement inscribed in architectural forms, how the gestures of